Hey guys, Brandon Koch here. Today I'm going to be playing through an oldie but goodie, Granja, and I'm going to be pairing that with the Plunderhead Old Vine Zinfandel from, who is the winemaker? Other Guys. That's the company. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me. My voice is a little off. I went to the Menzingers concert last night here in Seattle, and yeah, my voice is a little rough, a little worse for wear today because of that. Anyway, when we playing through that, I'll get this to the table, get that in the glass, and then we'll go ahead and get through the playthrough. All right. Okay, here we have La Granja or La Granja. I'm not quite sure how it's said or pronounced. We have it set up for a solo game. I'm going to be playing the blue player, and then the green is just going to represent the AI, which just kind of gets in your way out here on the board for area control, and kind of takes away some of the scoring opportunities there, as well as giving you some scoring opportunities. Anyway, in La Granja, you've basically got 4 phases for each round. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be playing these cards to your farm as either fields, like if you tuck it in on the left-hand side of your board, it will become the field that's on the left-hand side here. So like this one would produce olives, these 2 grapes, this one olives. If you tuck it in on the right-hand side, it's a farm extension, and it just kind of gives you either, this allows you in the 3rd phase of each round to ship an extra good for $1. This one, it would also give you $1 income each round during the 1st phase. This one, again, you get that shipping ability, and it also gives you 1 more spot to hold pigs. Again, so basically you'll have a combination of 2 of those 3 abilities per card if you tuck it in on the right-hand side. The other thing you can do with the card is you can tuck it underneath the bottom of your board, and you can have 3 of those at any time during the game. And they just give you a special ability. Like this one, the Wagoner, the first extra delivery is free, so that one where you'd have to spend $1, you could actually do that for free. And then you also take 1 silver after making the delivery. So it's not actually free, you're actually getting paid to do it. Green Grocer, when you use a die to make a delivery, you can draw a card or play a card and take 1 harvest good. The Joiner, I can pay for roof markers with upgraded goods. So those down there, and that's the rate at which they pay off in coins. And then the Peddler, when one of my roof markers is removed from the market out here on this board, may immediately relocate it to an adjacent empty space. So it just makes it so that I don't actually lose that marker off the board. Okay, so, the last thing I can do with any of the cards is I can tuck it in the top, and it becomes a market barrow where I can actually ship off goods. To fulfill this, it'll get me points, and that, so like this one, if I ended up shipping off an olive, a pot, I'm not sure what the pot is actually supposed to be, food maybe? Maybe it's food. And then a pig. So if I shipped all of those off on that, then what I would do is I would take one of those things, and since it's a 4-point hex, I could place it out anywhere on this map in a 4-point spot. So I could place it here, 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 here. In the solo game, all of the outside edges are not viable. You can't go there. So I could place it here, get 4 points. But since this is greater than this is a 4-point spot, this is a 2-point spot, I would remove my opponent's, and then I would get an extra point. So I'd actually get 5 points instead of 4. So that's what that does. And then I would also get one of those goods. It's kind of just like a wild good. You actually, on your player board, I don't know if you can see that, on your player board you can spend those goods for $4 and get, basically you can spend one, get $4, or you could get 2 of the non-like field goods. You could play a card or draw a card. You could get a pig, or you could upgrade 2 goods. So like the wheat and excuse me, the wheat and olives upgrade to food, grapes upgrade to wine, and pigs upgrade to ham steak. So I could either spend one of those to do any one of those actions anytime during the game. Also, anytime during the game, you can just pay to upgrade goods for the cost down here. So like I could upgrade olive or wheat for $2. I could upgrade grapes for $3 to become wine. Or I could just purchase grapes for $4. I could purchase wheat or olives for $3. I could upgrade pig to steak for $4, or I could purchase a pig for $5. So those are all actions you can do at any point during the game. They're just kind of like secondary actions. Anyway, so yeah, the first thing you're going to do in a round is you're going to play a card, and then you will draw back up to your hand limit, which at the beginning of the game, your hand limit is 3. Every time you tuck one of these cards as a farm extension, you'll notice that it adds 1 to your hand size. So that's how you can get more and more cards into your hand. So yeah, you play a card and then draw back up to your hand size. Then you notice this hand symbol is income. Any of these symbols over here, so like if I ended up getting this, I would get one of those wild goods at that phase during of the round. During that phase of the round. Talking real good today, talking gooder. This one, if I ended up unlocking that, I would get $3 at that during this phase. Here, I would get any one good, including fields or pigs, field goods or pigs. And any of these cards. So I would get $1 for any of the cards that happen to have the dollar sign. Okay? So then after that, then all of your fields, and if you have 2 pigs, all your fields would produce. Your pigs, if you have 2 of them, would have offspring, so you'd get another pig. And then after that, each round, we're going to flip out 2 of these, and I'll just go ahead and flip these because you actually do that at the end of the previous round, so I kind of forgot to do that during setup. Basically, I'd get to pick one of those 2 to buy, costing me $1 in the first round, and it goes up. So like in the second round, one of those tiles would cost 2. In the third, it would cost 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. Okay. After that whole phase, which is just kind of like you're adding to your farm, getting it starts producing more and more. After that phase, then what you do is you roll these dice, and one in a solo and a 2-player game, you have 5 dice. In a 3-player game, you have 7, and in a 4-player game, you have 9. So you'd roll those, and then you would just stack them on all of these action spots. And then going in turn order, basically just take a die and activate its spot. So like in the first spot, I would get a pig. Second spot, I could either play or draw a card or get one of those farm goods. If I had a die here, you could take 2 non-like goods, farm goods, field goods, I should say. Here, you just get $4. Here, it allows you to either upgrade 2 goods for free, upgrade 1 good, and then move up 1 on the siesta track over here. or you could move up twice on the siesta track. So you get one of those three options. And then the last one is either make a delivery or get $2. So that's that phase. And you just take a die, opponent takes a die, you take a die, opponent takes a die, and then you both get the last one. In a solo game, how that's going to work is turn order is determined by the siesta track over here, which happens and the next phase of the round. So let's go over that real quick, and then I'll go back to discussing how this dice thing works in a solo game. Okay, so what you're going to do at the beginning of the third phase is you have these 4 tiles. First tile, well, let's just go over it. So this one will allow you to make 3 deliveries and move up 1 on the siesta track. This one, 2 deliveries, 2 on the siesta track. This one, 3 on the siesta track, 1 delivery. This one is just 4 deliveries. So in the solo game, you have to make it to the 3rd spot in order to be considered first player. If you didn't, then you're second player. So basically this marks that he is the first player, I am the second player. You use 2 and 3 because that determines the spots out here that you take. So just know 2 comes before 3, so 2 is first. It's a little weird, but it makes sense. Anyway, so depending, if you make it to the 3rd spot, and I just use the green disc to mark that I have to get to the 3rd spot to be first player, you don't have to do that. You can really just remember it. But if you make it to the 3rd spot, you're first. So the way this works in solo, let's go back to this previous phase. So during the dice selection, if he is first, in the first 3 rounds, he is going to take from lowest available die going up. So he would take one of the 1s. Then that leaves me to choose. So let's say I pick the 4. Now he is going to take the other 1 because it was the lowest die. Then I would get to basically pick my choice, the 5, and then I would still get that because you always share the last one. So that's how that works. If he was second and I was first, so let's just put those dice right back. So let's say I was first. I get to pick first, so again, pick for 1, then he would pick the 1. And then let's say I don't need money right now, but I want that, so then he would take the 4. Again, he's always just going to take the lowest available die. In the last 3 rounds, the direction is reversed. He's going to take the lowest, or yeah, the highest number and go up. So he would pick the 6 first, then the 5, then the 4, if he had his choices. Okay. So back to the phase where you pick out one of these 4 tiles. So the first thing you do is you just pick one. Then you move up on the siesta track according to what that tile said. Then you flip turn order depending on who is first. Like if you made it to the 3rd spot, then you're first. If you didn't, then you're second. Then do deliveries. So you will do deliveries based off of what you picked. So in this case, I would get 4 deliveries. What you do to determine what he does is you're just going to flip over one of these cards. He would go on a level 3 spot. And what he does is he'll always take the spot that's going to kick off or kick out one of your tokens on the board. If he cannot do that, he's then going to go to the spot that's going to be least likely for him to get kicked off himself. And that's going to be real situational. So when it gets to that, I'll discuss, what's his best option out there. And we'll go from there. So that's how that works. Then you can spend $1 for each one of these symbols that you have on your board and cards that you've tucked over here to make another delivery. After that, then for each one of your markers out on this board, you'll get 1 point. You'll get a point for where you're at on this track. So like if I make it to either of these 2 spots, on the siesta track, I'll get a point. If I make it to any of these 3 spots, I'd get 2 points. Any of these 3 spots, 3 points. So you just take those points, then reset this back to that, flip out 2 new roof markers, and that is how you play La Granja. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, this was my starting hand. Oh, I almost forgot. To begin the game, you also start with 1 point and $1. So I'm just going to add that to the goods that I have. And you also start the game with 1 of those wild commodities. I tend to like to get at least some sort of income coming in. But I really like those 2 abilities. So I think I'm going to tuck this joiner onto the right-hand side. And the very first card that you tuck, you have to spend 1 good. Any of the goods or a point or $1. So I'm just going to start by spending the point that I started the game with. So now that's going to give me $1 each round. It's going to allow me to make a second delivery for $1. And now comes the decision of what to do. Oh yeah, in the first round, in this very first step, you get to play 2 cards instead of 1. Every subsequent round, you only play 1 card. So for the second card, I like that ability because that just gives me an extra delivery each round, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick that right there. So that's an extra delivery each round. So basically that's going to get me 6 deliveries throughout the game, and deliveries are kind of important in La Granja. So that is the first step. And now I draw back up to my hand limit. My hand limit is no longer 3, it is now 4. So I'll draw the top 2 cards. I got a manservant and a Wainwright. The manservant, besides being a market barrel worth 4, producing olives, get another pig spot. So the manservant increases my hand limit by 1. Anytime I play a card, you may also discard 1 additional card. After doing so, draw cards until you reach your card limit. So that's how you can just cycle through cards, because sometimes you get cards that don't really work well for what you're trying to do. So you could find something that might work a little bit better. So that's not too bad of an ability. The Wainwright, when you complete a market barrel, you may play a market barrel of lesser value to your farm. So playing cards is usually fairly difficult. You only get the 1 at the beginning of each round, and then if you happen to get that die. So that could be good too. All right, so I got those cards, and now I'm going to collect income. And again, I don't have any of those. I need to get $1. And now, any of my farm fields would produce, which I don't have any fields. I don't have any pigs, so pigs aren't going to reproduce, so nothing there. So now I can purchase one of those. I like getting to play cards, so I think that getting to play a card thing might be good. I think I'm actually going to use the manservant and just get a field. I really want to start producing some stuff in the next round. So, and since I've got olives on all of these market barrows, I just feel like that's probably the best play for that card. All right, so spend $1 to get that, played that card. out. And now that's out of the game. Okay. So, now we roll the dice. Oh yeah, and I actually am third or second. So he is first. So he's going to take the lowest. He's going to take that 2. Do I want 2 non-like goods? Yeah, I think I do. I don't have any goods right now. I mean, I could spend this to get 2 goods, but I'd kind of like to not have to do that. So I'm going to take 2 non-like goods. Let's see. I'm going to produce olives next round, but I don't have any market barrows to go after. So if I make any deliveries this round, I'm going to have to deliver to either this shop, or this shop. I think I might go after this one. Try to get that knocked out. So I'm going to take a grape and a wheat for that. And that's how you get these 6 different little add-ons to your farm. Like if you complete this one and deliver a food, a wine, and some ham to this craft building, you basically get this tile, which will give you an immediate benefit, and then in each subsequent round, it's going to give you this benefit. And I'll kind of go over those benefits. Actually, I'll do it right now. So this first one, what it's going to do for the remainder of the game is it's going to add 1 to, you're going to get 1 additional delivery on top of the ones that you pick on these tiles. And you get 1 additional to your siesta track. So that's what that one does. Immediately what it'll do is let you make 1 delivery, and then you'll get points based off of where you're at on the siesta track. So that's what that one will do. This one will immediately get you 2 points, and then each round, anytime you complete one of these craft buildings, you've delivered all of the goods to it, then you will get 2 additional points for completing that craft building. Over here, this one will immediately get you one of those wild goods. Then each round during the production phase, you will get an additional wild good. This one, you immediately get your choice of any one of the produced goods. So that's olives, wheat, grapes, or pigs. And then each round, you will get one of those during the income phase. Let's see over here. This one immediately will, oh yeah, you score points based off how many market barrows you have in your farm. So if I had 3 of them sitting here, I'd get 3 points. If I had 1, I would get 1, 0, nothing. So on and so forth. This one, every time you complete a market barrow, you will get an extra point. And then the last one here, immediately will get you 3 points. And then each subsequent round during production, you'll get $3. Not 3 points, $3 and $3. Okay. And now we're back to it. Okay. So he will take one of those. I'm going to take one of those, and I can either make a delivery or get $2. I think since I'm going to get a free delivery there, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to take $2. And then the last one everybody would get. So again, I get to choose between a delivery or $2. I'm actually going to take a delivery this time. So I'm going to deliver this wheat right there. And now we're on to the next phase, which is picking one of these tiles. And I'm actually going to pick the 1 delivery, 3 on the siesta track tile. Now, normally in a multiplayer game, what you do is all of these are face down. Everybody picks simultaneously, so nobody knows what everybody else picked, and then you all flip and reveal, and then adjust turn order. So that's how that works in a multiplayer game. In the solo, it's a little less climactic. So first, what you do is you adjust your siesta track. So I'm going to move up 3. So that puts me there. Then you adjust player order. So since I made it to the 3rd spot, I now become first player. And now we do deliveries. I have 1 delivery to make. So I'm going to deliver a grape there. And I can do any, oh yeah, now he would make his delivery. So again, he's going to deliver to a level 5 building, which he wants to try to knock this off. So he can either place here or here. If he places, both of those would allow him to get hit by a 6 building, so it's kind of a moot point. So I'm just going to pick one arbitrarily. So he'll place there, which will kick my guy off. And now I can pay to make deliveries. My first extra delivery is free, so I get to do one for free. And I get to take a silver after making that delivery. So I'm going to get a buck. What I'm going to do is actually convert this into 2 non-light goods. I'm going to take a grape and a wheat, and I will deliver another grape. And I think I'm actually going to do the second one as well. So I will pay $1, and I will deliver this wheat to there. So in the first round, I almost have this craft building done, which is pretty good. Okay, so now we'll score points based off of out here and on that siesta track. I don't have any pieces out there, and I'm only on the first scoring section, so I get 1 point at the end of the round. And now this resets, and then I flip out 2 more roof tiles. And that's the first round of La Granja. On to the second round. All right, so start the second round. I got these cards. So now, I still think I want to use this for its ability. I don't, that wouldn't be bad either. So I think I want to try to get, I guess I'm not going to be producing anything like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and play this card for its ability. Really need to get some more cards played. Hand limit is still 4, so I draw back up to 4, so it'll be 2 more cards. I got the Basket Weaver and the Roofer, and I'll just kind of discuss those later when I actually can play cards again. All right, collect income. I'm going to get $1. And now I'm finally going to produce 1 olive. I don't have a very high functioning farm at the moment. Kind of playing the long game here. And now I can purchase one of those. I only have 1 good to deliver, so the delivery doesn't seem so great, but getting a pig would be nice. So I think I'll spend the $2 to take this tile, get rid of that delivery. So that's going to give me a pig, and I've officially scored 1 point at the end of the game for covering up that slot. So I get a pig, so I just take one of my markers over here, and now I got a piggy. Oink oink, little buddy. Okay, on to rolling dice. Roll the bones, we got a pig, card, and a whole lot of money. Well, now here is a tough decision. Take a pig or play a card. I think I'm actually going to have to... Yeah, because I think I want to spend this olive up here Yeah, I'm going to stick with taking the pig. So that gives me a second pig. He's going to take that, and then I will get $4. He'll take that, and then $4 for everybody, which, again, is just me in a solo game. All right, so now picking these. I don't have a lot to deliver, so I think I'm just going to stick with deliver 2, move up 2 on the siesta track. So that's move up 2. Turn order is going to flip. And he goes first, so it is a level 4 spot. So he could place here, which could get kicked out by this 6, so that's only 1. Here would get kicked out by the 6, so that's only 1. Here would get kicked out by the 5. Here would be the 5 or 6. So this is actually the worst spot on the board for him to go. 5s seem to be more common than 6s. So I think we're going to go with one of these 2 4 spots here. Again, that's arbitrary, so we'll just pick one of those at random. All right, so now I get to make deliveries. I can make 2. So I will deliver that guy. And then I'm actually going to purchase an olive for $3. And then I'm going to deliver that olive with my second one, which then completes this. So I immediately take the point, slide one of those up here. All of these come back. So now I can no longer work on this. And since it's the second round, I get 2 points for completing that building. And now I also immediately get my choice of one of these goods. Based off of the cards that I have, I think I'm actually just going to take a wheat. And my thought there is, I think I'm going to use this one as a market barrel. I think I want to use this one for its ability. And then I really need to get a pig, so I think I'm going to use this one as a farm extension. So then this one I will use as a market barrel as well. And since I already produce wheat, or olives, I still need wheat on both of those, so that's why I took a wheat. So now that just goes there, but I'll go ahead and flip it. So in the next round, when I do production, I'm going to get to take a good of my choice. So that was my 2 deliveries. And now I can do one for free, but I don't really have anywhere to deliver anything to. I mean, I guess I could deliver up to there. Oh yeah, and when I completed this, that means this one, since it's marked with the 1 here, this one becomes available. So that's out. And then since I made that available, I also get to claim that. So now I could deliver pigs to that craft building. So yeah, I don't think I want to use that last free delivery because I think I want to save this for market barrel. I mean, I guess I could deliver $1 up there. Yeah, how about I do that? Because I'm just going to get the $1 right back. So I'll take $1, spend that, deliver to up here, which is then going to get me that $1 right back because of my wagoner. that was kind of a free action anyway. All right, so now collect points for out here. I have nothing, and I'm still only getting 1 point over there. So yeah, I collected my points. So now this resets, and 2 more of those flip out. And I'm going to go ahead and replace these 5 1-pointers with a 5-pointer, just so you can keep track of how many points I have. I'm sitting at 6 at the end of round 2. On to round 3. So first thing is playing cards. I really, since I'm going to produce pigs this round, I kind of want to play one of these as a farm extension. So I think this one won out on being a farm extension. So that's going to cost me 2 non-like items. So I'm going to give up a point and $1. I would draw back up to my hand limit. My hand limit is now 5, so I'll draw 2 cards. I got a donkey driver and a peon. All right, so now income, I'm going to get $1 and any good of my choice. Let's see. I could use some grapes for down the road, so I think I will take a grape. And now I will produce, so I'm going to get an olive, and since I have 2 pigs, I will get another pig. Okay, and I can purchase one of those. I can make a delivery or take some goods. Take a good, because I'm able to make some deliveries pretty easily. So, I guess I will take another grape. That scored me another 2 points at the end of the game. And that tile is gone. And back to rolling dice. So I got a 1, 2, a 5, and a couple 6s. And he is first, so he's going to get rid of that pig. I will... Ooh, that's a tough decision there. Actually, yeah, I do want to play cards, so I'm going to take that, and this one wants to be used for the ability, but I don't think I need that right now. I think I want to use this one as a market barrel. Now he's going to remove that. And then I can either make a delivery or take $2. I'm going to, since I'm like, I'm going to make 4 deliveries. So 5 deliveries total if I want. So I think I'm just going to take the $2 because I don't really need to make any more deliveries than that. And then the last one, I'll take another $2. Yeah, I haven't produced enough goods to be able to make more deliveries, which is unfortunate. I need to get my production engine going. That's the good thing about this game, is having to balance that stuff. Like, it's always tough trying to decide where to put your attention, put your focus. Because if you go down one way, then you're neglecting another thing, and you're not strong in that. So it's really hard to balance everything in this game. So that's all the dice. So now picking these, again, it's pointless for me to move up 1 on the track. I mean, I won't get a point or anything, so I'm just going to take the 4 deliveries. So I don't move up on the track. Turn order stays the same. He's going to flip out. He goes 2, 3, so he could place here, which is only able to get taken by that. If he places here, everything can kill him, so over here he's got 2 spots, so we'll just place him there. Actually, no, because that would set him up if I went there to get 2, and if I go over here, he can only get the 1, so he would actually go there. That would be a better placement for him. Yes, so now my 4 deliveries. First thing is, yep, I'm going to deliver an olive here for 1. Deliver a wheat there for 2. Deliver this pig for 3. And now that's going to give me one of those wild goods. And that was a level 4 market barrow. So I get to place out on a 4. So I think we'll place him there, which will kick that off. So that would be 5 points. 4 plus the 1 for kicking off his. So 5 points for delivering that market barrel. And that was 3 deliveries. I still have 1. So I will deliver a grape up there for 1. And now I get a free delivery. And go ahead and deliver this pig up there, which will get me $1 because of, again, my wagoner. And now I could spend $1 to make another delivery. Like if I wanted to turn this into, actually yes, because I can do 2 more deliveries by spending $1. So I will turn this into an olive and a wheat. And now I will spend $2 to deliver both of those up there, which completes that. So I immediately get the $1 or the point. Place my marker in there. These come back. I immediately get 2 more points. And now that will flip onto there. And since this one is the second one, I open that up. And now I get the point for opening that up. Yes, that was the 3rd round that I completed that one in, so I get 3 points for doing so. It was a whirlwind of activity there. So that's all of those. So now, end of round points. I have 1 token out there, so I will get 1 point and nothing on the siesta track, so just 1 point. At the end of the round, reset that, flip out 2 more. And let's go ahead and swap out 5 and 5 for a 10. So as you can see, that was a pretty good 3rd round. I went from 6 points up to 18. All right, on to round 4. And let's see, it would be nice to get more production going. Oh yeah, all of these are going to come back and they're available now to choose between for the final 4 or final 3 rounds. Be nice to get some more production going. So my question is, do I play this for its ability so that sets me up? Maybe I can do that the following round. So yeah, I think I want one of these 2. This one would be easier, I think. So yes, let's go with this donkey driver as a market barrel. And draw back up to hand limit, which will be 2 more cards. And then production, I'm going to get another $1. And a good of my choice, I'm going to take that in a pig. And now production for farm, so I'm going to get another olive, and my piggies will reproduce. So now I can purchase one of those. I think I would rather have the siesta track at this point. Try to get first player back to gain control of what happens over here a little bit more. So $4 to move up 1 on the siesta track. And that's out of the game. And rolling dice. So he's first. He's going to go from bottom up. So he will get rid of that. So now, do I want to make the delivery? I'll try to upgrade some stuff. I'm going to make the delivery. I'm going to deliver $1 up here. Yep, and then he will take that, and I will get $4. And now, 2 non-like goods. So, I don't have a wheat, so let's get that. I'm going to need 2 grapes, so I will take a second grape for that. So that is the dice. So now, let's see, I need to get 2 steps on the siesta track. So I'm going to have to do the deliver to siesta. So pick that. That's going to move me up. So these switch. I am now first player again. So I'm going to go ahead, deliver an olive there. And then I want to deliver the piggy up there because I need to get that free so that when I produce next round, I get that other pig. I know I'm kind of spreading myself between 3 different things, but here's hoping that it will work out for me. So that was my 2 deliveries. Now he gets to make a delivery. He's going on a level 5. He's got 2 spots. It's arbitrary, really. So just stick that there. And now I get to make a delivery for free. So I will deliver a grape there. Now, do I want to spend $3 to upgrade that grape? I think I'm going to. I'm going to spend $3, upgrade that grape. Oh yeah, that first delivery should have gotten me $1. So now I'm going to spend $1 to deliver that wine there, which will give me one of those. And that is also a level 4 market barrel. So I'll go ahead and place that here, which will kick off that. So that's another 5 points. I can spend $1 more to deliver one more thing, but yeah. I guess I could deliver that pig up there, get closer. Yeah, I'll spend $1 to deliver this pig here, which gets me 1 step closer to completing that. So that's all of those. So now score out here. I have 2 points there plus 1 point over there, which will get me 3. And then reset, flip out 2 more. And let's go ahead and consolidate this. That is 11 points. So I am at 26. So 8 points in that round. Not as good as the 12 in the previous, but I'm setting myself up for the 5th and hopefully 6th rounds. All right. So start round 5. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this roofer. No, not the roofer. I'm going to use this peon as a field. And then I draw a card. Collect income. I'm going to get $1 again. And a good of my choice, I again will take a pig. And now production in fields. It's going to be an olive and a grape. And I get 1 little piggy. So now I don't have enough to actually purchase one of those, which is the first. So those are gone. And rolling dice. Oh, geez. Well, I am first. I'm just gonna stay down here, it looks like. So that'll either give me a delivery or $2. I'd really like to have some money going into the next round so that I know that I can get that last marker, because it's worth 4 points just getting that marker. So then he'll take one of those. Now, do I want a delivery or $2? I'm going to go ahead and do a delivery. I will deliver this pig right there, which completes that, which opens this spot up, which gets me that point as well. Move this into here, get rid of those two. It's going to allow me to score market barrows that I have. I have none, so that was useless. And now in the following round, in the 6th round, a market barrow will score an extra point. I don't get that this round, so hopefully I won't forget and give myself an extra point. And since I completed that in the 5th round, I get 5 more points for that. And then he takes that die. And now I can play a card or take a good. I'm definitely going to play a card. And I think, yeah. Yep, I'm placing that market barrel. Now, again, it is pointless for me to try to advance. So I'm going to go ahead and use the 4 delivery. Can I do 4? I don't think I can. Yep, so I'm just going to do the... Man, I really want those deliveries. I guess I'm going to do the 1 and 3 on the siesta track, even though I really need those deliveries. I feel bad wasting them, but I just don't have enough stuff to deliver. I need more market barrels. So doing 1 and 3. So that moves me up 3. So I stay first. And now I get 1 delivery. I'm going to go ahead and use that to upgrade that to a ham and that to wine. Speaking of, cheers. And now my 1 delivery will be a wine to here. And now his delivery, he's going to a 2 spot, which this one has 3 around it, this one only has 2, so he'll go there. And that is lower than the one next to mine, so doesn't kick me off. And now I can do a delivery for free and get a buck for doing so. So I'm at $7. I'm going to spend $1. That's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Shouldn't have spent that $1 up there. Should have kept on to it, kept a hold of it. That's it. That's it for me this round. So that is 2 and 1 is 3 points. And then reset, flip out. And we're on to the 6th and final round. I can play a card. So I'm actually just going to stick that right there. Now draw back up to my hand size, which is 5. Collect income, I'm going to get another $1. And another good, which will definitely be a pig. And now production. I get a grape. Since that's already there, I don't get another one. I get a pig over here. And I can purchase one of those. I can either get a point or I can upgrade one good. I feel like upgrading one good for $6. I guess it's 4 points on top of that. Yeah. I will spend $6. I think I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade that because I need a wine. And then that is out of the game. Turn down a point. Again, don't watch my videos for strategy tips. Okay. Rolling dice. I got a 2. That one was cocked. Stayed a 3. 5, 6. And I am first. I think I definitely want that delivery. So I will deliver this wine here, which gets me one of those. And that is worth 5 points. So, yep, if I place here, that will actually be worth 6 points. So, 6 points. And he will take that. Yes, I will take 2 non-like goods. So I will take a grape. And an olive. He will take that. I could play card. So I will play that. That was that. Pick in deliveries. I'll go ahead and do 4 deliveries. So first, we swap those. He's going to place on a 4, and there is only 1 left, so he goes right there. So now, I get to do my 4 deliveries. First, I'll place an olive and a pig, which gets me another good. And that was a 3. So I place that there. That gets me 3 points. So that was 2 of my deliveries. Now I can do a wheat and a pig, which will get me another one of those, which is another 3. I'll go ahead and place that there for 3 more points. And now, that's all of my deliveries. So now I can do 1 for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deliver this here, which will get me $1. Now I can spend $1 for my second one to deliver one here. And now I can spend another $1 to deliver this one there, which will then complete this. So I get a point for that. I immediately get one of those. Those go away. And since I completed that in the 6th round, I get 6 points. Now, reset, so that comes down. Oh, score points out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing over there, so 5 points out there. And that's the end of the 6th round. So now what you do at the end of the game is you convert all of these to money. Each olive is worth a point. I have 1 olive. Anything in your fields does not count. So any goods here doesn't matter. But I have an olive here, which will get me $1. I have grape there, which will get me $2. and I have a pig over here, which will get me $3. So I am at $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, and then I can use this for $4. So that was 7, 10, 11. Every $5 is a point. So I have 11 bucks, so that's 2 more points. So now, just add everything up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is 10 there. So 10, I have 7. Put 2 back, so that's 5 and 5 is another 10. 2 more 5s is another 10. 2 more 5s is another 10. So that's 30, 62 plus 10 points there gives me a final score of 72, which I found in the solo for myself is decent. I feel like anything over 70 is a win. I tend to score a lot in the mid to high 60s. It's usually where I'm at. So anything I consider over 70 is a win. 75 is like good. I think the highest I've ever scored in a solo game was 80. I'm sure a lot of other people score much higher than I do. But 72 today. That was La Granja. Let's go back up top and we'll close this out. All right, so La Granja. It's a really good game. This is one of my favorites, and definitely one of my favorite solo games. I can usually play through one game in like 30, 45 minutes, something like that. It's really good. I was hesitant when I first got this game because of the area control mechanism. I'm not a big fan of area control. It's okay. It's decent. It's just not my favorite mechanism. The thing that drew me to La Granja and what still like keeps me coming back is the multi-use cards. Like, you know, getting to use the card as, you know, a field, you know. You have that choice. You use it as a market barrel, or you have to use it for its ability, or you use it as a farm extension. Like, and each card is possibly 4 different things. And then you have your hand, which starts out at a hand size of 3, then goes up to 4 or 5 or whatever. So you have 20 or so decisions just in your hand. Not to mention how you're manipulating the board. Then you have the dice mechanism, like, and then if you're gonna go after one of the God, what are they called? The city buildings, you know, out on the main board. It's just good. It's a really good game. Really solid Euro. I'm hoping for some sort of expansion in the future. Like, there were rumors that there was going to be expansions, but then that turned out to be the No Siesta dice game, which is good. I feel like it captures the essence of La Granja, but it doesn't. I just like meatier Euros, so I really want something to sink my teeth in. And while that, just the level of that game, I feel like it plays a little long. That one does. It's a little longer than the weight of it, so it feels like it overstays its welcome to me. But this, like, it plays pretty quickly. Like I said, I can play solo in like 30 to 45 minutes. With multiple players, like the whole first section of that, until you get to the picking of the roof tiles, that whole first section, everybody can do simultaneously, really. Like, Doesn't matter. Everybody does that simultaneously. Then you pick the roof tiles in turn order. Then you pick dice in turn order. But then it's simultaneous selection of the like siesta track delivery tiles. Then you do deliveries in turn order. But really, like, playing multiple players doesn't really extend the game that much. Like, I believe it says, what's the play time on this? 120 minutes. I feel like that's high. I feel like with 4 players who know what they're doing, you could get this game done hour and a half, hour and 15 maybe. It's quick. It's great weight, like medium, slightly heavier Euro. But yeah, La Granja. It's one of my favorites. It's so good. So good. Anyway, oh yeah, Plunger Head. Pretty good. It's got some bite to it. I'll say that. It's not my favorite wine that I've ever had. It's okay. I might give these guys more of a try. I was mostly just attracted to the bottle, to be honest. Like that, it's ridiculous. And yeah, it's just humor. That'll win me over every time. Anyway, that's La Granja. I'll be back next week. I'm not sure what game I'm going to be doing next week. Still undecided on that one. I was thinking maybe Russian Railroads, kind of keeping with the oldies but goodies. I don't have any new games coming anytime soon. We just moved, so funds are tight, yada yada. You guys get it. So anyway, I'll be back next week. Yeah, anyway, hope you guys had fun. See you next time. Take care.